Graduands, guests, colleagues, I declare this ceremony open. Please be seated. As Executive Dean of Learning and Teaching, I welcome you to this graduation ceremony for students from the School of Science and Technology. I would also like to welcome the family and friends who are joining us from around the world via the NTU live stream. Welcome also to our Honorary Graduate Professor, Anthony Marmont. It is a pleasure and privilege to have you with us, and we look forward to hearing your thoughts a little later in the ceremony. Graduands, I want to begin by congratulating you on your achievements. In particular, all of my colleagues and I want to acknowledge that you have had a tough time, with significant periods of your time with us disrupted by COVID-19. Nonetheless, you have come through the challenges that you faced, showing considerable resilience and resourcefulness along the way. These are qualities which will serve you well as you navigate what may be uncertain times ahead. Graduation is a very significant day for us as much as it is for you. It is the moment when we come together to reflect on your academic accomplishments and all the other incredible things that you have done during your NTU journey. I want to recognise also the doctoral student who will be coming across this stage today. A PhD is the highest level of academic study. In completing your doctorate with us, you have also made a significant contribution to the university's research culture. Thank you for this. No matter which program you have just completed, foundation, undergraduate or postgraduate degree, professional qualification or apprenticeship, your talent and determination have laid firm foundations for the next stage of your life. However, no one completes this journey alone. I invite you now to remember all those who have supported you along the way. Families, friends, course mates, professional services staff and academic tutors. Please join me in thanking them with a well-deserved round of applause. These ceremonies also give us the opportunity to reflect on the university's world-leading research, our commitment to ensuring our graduates are equipped for the world of work, and our ever-expanding network of international partnerships. I will highlight just a few of these. We remain the most popular destination for UK undergraduate students, and we are now the 5th biggest university in the UK by student numbers. We have won major national awards for the quality of our student support and our contribution to social mobility. We remain one of the top 5 most environmentally sustainable universities in the world. Our research has once again won a Queen's Anniversary Prize. We had the most improved score of any comprehensive university in the recent Research Excellence Framework. Yet some of our proudest achievements can be found in the results of our student surveys. Thanks to all those of you who completed the National Student Survey or the Postgraduate Taught Experience Survey in recent months. These surveys gather opinions on the quality of your courses, providing valuable insights into what we are doing well and what we might improve further. In 2022, NTU's overall student satisfaction stands at 81% in the undergraduate survey and 84% in the postgraduate survey. We acknowledge that we have some way to go to get back to our pre-pandemic peak of 89% in the National Student Survey, but we are still a long way ahead of the sector average. In both surveys, 86% of our students would recommend others to study here. This is very encouraging, and thank you for recognising that enabling our students to succeed is our top priority. The School of Science and Technology exemplifies those ambitions. Its goal is to encourage, empower and inspire its students, to treat every student journey as something precious and distinct, and to lift each student up through tailored support and guidance. The school's community is drawn from a huge range of academic, social and cultural backgrounds, and it takes great pride in that diversity, in helping to enable people's dreams and ambitions as they grow as scientists, mathematicians and engineers. This is achieved through state-of-the-art equipment and facilities, a worldwide network of industry connections, and a commitment to the kind of hands-on, applied learning that mirrors professional practice. It is done through research-informed teaching that grows practical skills and not just theoretical knowledge, through work that encourages interpretation and not just action. Class of 2022, I hope you enjoyed today's ceremony. I now invite Deputy Dean Mary McAlinden to read the names of today's graduands and Pro-Chancellor Neil Goulden to confer your degrees.
I now invite the stewards to bring forward the first group of graduands. Pro-Chancellor, the following have qualified for awards from the School of Science and Technology. Doctor of Philosophy degree, Jenny Ashforth, whose research is on biomarker discovery in a relapsed acute myeloid leukemia and the impact of CD109. Master of Research degree in Cancer Biology. The next student also receives the prize for highest achieving biosciences student, MRes. Ruth Oyediran. Master of Research degree in Cell Biology, Hope Ide. Master of Research degree in Pharmaceutical Analysis, Porkodi Rajasekaran. Master of Science degree in Biomedical Science, Sumi Alea Zehan. Sneha Sushit Bendakar. Alnifa Kelda Carmelo Pontes. Yinke Cha. Anjali Ashurwat Chowdhury. Aida Kakizadeh. Usama Khalid. Thubililo Moyo. Kayil Vishi Mothu Krishnam. Zainab Aduneo Rabio. Harshina Praya Saravanan. Marvus Ebugosi. Elvis Oke. Ishukan Omoyemwensi. Chinoso Okake Umwaka. The next student also receives the prize for Joint Highest Achieving Biosciences Student MSc, Daisy Stevenson. Babetunde Theophilus Sadonukun. Claret Analikwu. Nibuthide Melakum. Ifanyi Anthony Unwachakwu. Asuma Ifeoma Ako. Martardem Dinesh Bai Panchal. Vineth Parhatharthu Mohan. Ushini Edhara Sarabandhu. Kanika Shriran. Vidi Shuklar. Kirtharna Shrikumar. Dilpreet Kaur. Kaushik Palem. Master of Science degree in Biomedical Sciences, Christopher Guthridge. Anjunta Mamun. Master of Science degree in Biotechnology, Navanpreet Singh Bedi. Navanpreet Singh Bedi. Robo Verrera Borke. Mehabob Nisha Jagir. Saisruthi Korapalli. Harmony Shidzogi Offer. Manisha Relly. Arjun Sunikumar. Sumaya Suresh Menon. Master of Science degree in Molecular Cell Biology, Reem Al-Harthi. Shami Brahmanaj. Hani Hajelm Hansen. Fatima Irshad. Sri Lakshmi Sadsidaran. Parisa Torbatipak. Master of Science degree in Neuropharmacology, Tia Parker. Uche Emmanuel Uchea Bochi. Jasmine Shuntal Washington. Satish Bandhari. Yeswanth Bodapati. Vijay Dasarai. Kushik Dubata. Pro-Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of awards to the first group of graduates from the School of Science and Technology. I am pleased to invite Carol Perry to the stage to give the oration for our honorary graduate, Professor Anthony Marmont, and to present them to the Pro-Chancellor to receive the award.
It is my pleasure and privilege to invite Tony Marmont to come forward to receive an honorary doctorate at this morning's graduation. Face the audience. I want to face the audience.
Yes, thank you. I didn't know.
Do you want to come and sit on this? So some interesting facts about Tony. He's been a qualified pilot for 70 years. He has farmed for 53 years. He has a home in the UK that is self-sufficient in terms of both energy and water, and he has another home in Arizona, USA, that has an annual energy bill of just £20. So Tony left school actually at 16 and went to work for his father's soft drinks company. He worked his way up from van driver to director, and while in charge, he increased the number of employees from 15 to 700. He was an innovator, pioneering the use of plastic bottles, and in 1980, he invested £8 million to set up one of the most advanced computerized drinks plants in Europe, right on our doorstep in Kegworth. During this time, he used to fly himself to meetings all over the world, partly to save time, but also for pleasure. Indeed, he continued to fly himself right up until 2018. Running and expanding the soft drinks business could be described as a very successful career. But Tony clearly had plenty of energy left over for other activities. including getting married to Angela Mary in 1952, raising 2 children, and buying a 50-acre farm in 1969. His farming activities had to be learnt from scratch, but he became proficient at haymaking, hedging, tree planting and digging, and created a 2-acre lake on the land. The 1970s oil crisis opened Tony's eyes to alternative energy sources and inspired him to make his farm self-sufficient by installing a heat pump, 2 wind turbines, a photovoltaic system, batteries to store electricity, and a small combined heat and power scheme to provide energy at times when all renewables were inactive. He was certainly ahead of the game. He combined work as an industrialist with farming for over 20 years until he sold his company in 1992, when he was able to concentrate on sustainable development, forming Beacon Energy, a not-for-profit organisation named after his farm that raises public awareness about climate change and ways to address it. In this, he had the ear of Prince Charles, a similarly passionate supporter of sustainability and climate change. Tony established a wind farm in Cumbria and formed various companies specialising in sustainable tech transfer, including Fuels from Air Limited, that aims to convert renewable energy to sustainable liquid fuels. He is the inventor of several approaches to generate petrol from air. He has financially sponsored the development of several university centres in the Midlands that focus on renewable energy. Tony has never been afraid of a challenge, and following the sad decline and death of his wife from Alzheimer's, he applied himself to searching for a cure for this dreadful disease, using the same approach to problem solving he's championed his whole life. This is, collect information by reading the key literature, then make a plan, and find the right people to work with. Tony started to fund research into Alzheimer's, dementia, and Parkinson's disease in Nottingham, with funds generated through importing and exporting renewable energy from Beacon Farm to the national grid. And here at Nottingham Trent University, his philanthropy supports the research team led by Dr. Gareth Cave in chemistry. He is also working alongside Elon Musk, who has bought into the UK electricity grid and through use of Tesla batteries is proposing novel approaches to level out demand and capacity. Tony has boundless energy, he likes a challenge, and has a method to tackle problems and never accepts something is impossible. His passion is powering the earth without polluting it, and he continues to explore new ways to expand sustainability, both locally and worldwide. He continues to enjoy travelling and spending time with friends. He's just come back from a 4-month stint in his house in the desert in Arizona, and I hear that he's soon to be driving to the Dordogne to spend time with friends there. In his downtime, he still actively farms, though he admits to needing to keep a walking stick in each tractor so that he can walk over rough ground. Pro-Chancellor, it gives me great pleasure to present to you Tony Marmont, being a person distinguished in eminence and by their attainments, for the conferment of the degree of Doctor of Science, honoris causa, in recognition of his significant contribution to sustainability.
Well, what an accolade. I just a few words to say. I'm not a man of many words, but I would like to thank the speaker and Neil and the university. They've been so kind and offered me an honorary award. I left school at 16, so I needed a little bit more teaching. Neil Goulden is here as well. And I thank the university and in turn you, all of you parents and graduands, because you've supported the university and they have seen fit with some of that time to honour me, which I appreciate. And it's very refreshing for me to see young people take the honour and have a leg up for success. And you've chosen an extremely good university to do that with. I'm very pleased that you've chosen Nottingham, Trent. Now, the young people springing off from here will carry their own techniques and methodologies to their jobs and their lives and their family, which will be very interesting to see if I could be here. I'm only 92 at the moment, but I'm honoured to be part of that success. My own work here, as you heard, is to try and find a cure for Alzheimer's, dementia and Parkinson's. And I read every book I could get hold of about 5 years ago. My wife died of Alzheimer's and it was horrible. And I determined to make a cure. And Dr. Gareth Cave at the Clifton University is working hard with a team. And he's doing very well. We're finding some new avenues that were not known before. And, but we do need donations to support the board of the super team headed by Dr. Gareth. And it's well done all the teachers and the pupils. I want to leave you with a little learning thing here. Learning is a way of life, and it's a long life duty. And I wish success to the parents and your graduands here. You've chosen the right place, and I'm privileged to be talking to you. Thank you very much. Come down there. Yes, thank you.
I now invite the stewards to bring forward the second group of graduands. Pro-Chancellor, the following have also qualified for awards from the School of Science and Technology. Master of Science degree in Pharmacology, Nimi Ansi James. Puthen Pura Kaniyam Kudi. Ashok Banuth. Purna Ella Prolu. Sri Lekha Kanchara Kuntla. Manisha Katkam. Sri Lakshmi Haritha Madhu. Prakash Kumar Mahato. Rajinikanth Maripelli. Saeed Mehraj. Manoj Mundi. Tendu Nuda Kumpala. Kai Kulshore Pitla. Priyanka Sharma. Deepika Thakapelli. Bhuvaneswari Verla. Srikanth Reddy Anyugu. Master of Biology degree with honours in biochemistry, Charles Cooper. Jasmine Elphick Ross. Desmond Taiti. The next student also receives the Susan Smith Prize for Highest Achieving Student on the MBio Honours Biochemistry at Nottingham Trent University, Isabella Watson. Master of Biology degree with honours in pharmacology. The next student also receives the Susan Smith Prize for Highest Achieving Student on the MBiol-H Honours Pharmacology at NTU, Bradley Mason. Bachelor of Science degree with honours in Applied Biomedical Science, Hina Ahmed. Billy Ames. Barhavner Amrukumar. Rachel Bailey. Connor Clark. Jamie Cooper. Hibak Deria. Jan Gray. Thomas Helmer. Bethany Hughes. David Jenkins. The next student also receives the Susan Smith Prize for Highest Achieving Student in Applied Biomedical Science, Benjamin Jones. Laura Lowry. Joshua Neal. Harpreet Kaur Sira. Joshua Squibb. Leah Marie Thacker. Daniel Wilkinson. Kim Wilson. Matthew Wright. Master of Research degree in Pharmaceutical Analysis, Santosh Shep. Bachelor of Science degree with honours in Biomedical Science, Elizabeth Barua. Chibuki Okoli. Ibrahim Isaka. Mohammed Kamil Ahmed. Master of Science degree in Biomedical Science, Navdeep Kaur. Pro-Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of awards from the School of Science and Technology and concludes the presentation of awards to graduates at this ceremony. In absentia, Pro-Chancellor, I invite you to confer degrees on those graduates who have not been presented to you in person, but who have indicated that they wish their awards to be conferred in their absence. I certify that these graduates are worthy of these degrees, and I stand as proxy. Rachel Bailey, who earlier received a Bachelor of Science degree with honours in Applied Biomedical Science, will now propose the student vote of thanks.
Hello. Governor, Executive Dean of Learning and Teaching, and Executive Dean, distinguished guests, family, friends and fellow graduates. When asked to write this speech, the first that I thought, like a typical student, was, is this going to go through Turnitin and do I need to reference this? Thankfully, the answer was no, so I was safe knowing I wouldn't be graded on my first attempt. And luckily, any speeches that I could have copied from the internet were the Prime Minister's resignation speech or why I should be leader of the Tory party. So during our time studying at NTU, many of us have had to juggle working full-time through a global pandemic, complete coursework, attend lectures and overcome personal challenges, including the loss of loved ones. All of which have made us more resilient, more determined, but most importantly, made us all exceptional healthcare professionals. So firstly, thank you to all of the teaching staff, their guidance and support, and other members of the NTU community, in particular IT support, as over the last 4 years, we've all had to adapt ways of teaching and learning, moving from campus to online in the midst of a global pandemic in order for us to succeed and graduate today. So thank you to all the staff who've supported us to achieve through these difficult times. And lastly, none of our success would have been possible without the support that each of us has given and received from our fellow graduates, family and friends. So we should all be extremely proud of our achievement, and we can hopefully inspire the next generation of scientists, some of whom may be watching us graduate today. Thank you.
Graduates of class of 2022, I echo the thoughts of our Executive Dean in congratulating you on your achievements and wishing you every success for the future. It is fantastic to be able to share this day with you, your friends, and your families, in person and in our magnificent University Hall, which we converted maybe 4 or 5 years ago. And thank you to all the guests for coming today, despite the heat wave and the associated travel difficulties. Thank you for making the effort for such an important day. And I really like to thank the Vice-Chancellor for approving putting air conditioning into this building when we renovated it a few years ago. I would also like to acknowledge the pride we take when distinguished members of society agreed to join our community by becoming honorary graduates. Thank you, Tony, for accepting our invitation for your award today. It certainly seems like you haven't wasted 1 minute of your life, and very many congratulations on all your multitude achievements. And your insightful and inspiring words, and your valuable contribution to sustainable energy. Thank you very much indeed. I'd also like to congratulate Sarah for that wonderful student voter thanks. I'm glad you didn't take one of those ones off the internet, because that was far more sincere than anything the Prime Minister has ever said. So congratulations. Graduation ceremonies are the highlight of our academic year. And it's such an honor as Pro-Chancellor to be here. This is my 8th year come to these ceremonies. It's certainly the highlight of my summer. It's a bit like, I sometimes liken it a bit like to the Keukenhof, for those who know it, is the flower fields in Holland, where they spend hours and days and weeks and months growing all those flowers, and then they all come to bloom at the same time. So that's what I think of our students, 10,000 of them graduating this summer. It's brilliant to see. I personally had 3 graduation ceremonies I've attended for my daughters, including one for my youngest daughter here last year. And it was a great day, and I really hope you all have a lovely day and really enjoy it, and stay healthy out there in the sun, but enjoy the day as well. Last things from me, really. Students are the beating heart of our university, and in many ways in this city of Nottingham. Your contributions, yours as students, the student body, did not just come in your lecture theatres, seminars, studios, and labs. You undertook placements that made local organizations more effective. You took NTU to the top 10 in the University Sports League for the first time. You ran societies linked to your subjects. You made the Global Lounge the vibrant place that it is known to be around the world. And beyond our campuses, you played sports for local clubs. You helped young children with their reading in local schools. You volunteered at food banks. You recovered welfare benefits denied to local residents. And of course, when you were able to do so, you contributed generously to the nighttime economy in the city. You undertook countless other activities through the societies of the Student Union. Where would Nottingham be without its student population? Nottingham is a great university city. Although you have now graduated, you remain members of our global NTU family, a worldwide community of over 220,000 alumni. Our doors will always be open to you. Have a look on the alumni website for further details. You can continue to access support from us, including face-to-face advice on next steps in your career over the next 3 years from our employability team. So please do get in touch with them. They'd love to hear from you. In time, consider how you too could help future generations of students, just as some alumni will have helped you. Perhaps through offering lectures, placements, and careers advice, and by helping to fund scholarships, facilities, research. When the time comes, we encourage you all to complete the Graduate Outcomes Survey. By doing so, you'll be making an important contribution to universities, which will be very much appreciated. But that's all for the future. Now is the time to enjoy your success, and I invite you all to join us for celebratory refreshments in the Newton building across the road. Can I ask guests to please remain seated for the processional music as the academic party and graduates leave the hall. I declare this graduation ceremony closed. Thank you.